Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, returning to our Operation Watchtower playthrough on War on the Sea. It's currently August 26th, 1942 at 5:30 at night, day 19 of Operation Watchtower, so in roughly 2 more days in-game time, we will be getting more provisions at New Hebrides. We are going to take those troops and those supplies and start moving them across the theater to retake everything that we've lost so far. Wasn't really expecting to lose all the outlying objectives, but the Japanese were rather tricky in this campaign, so of course I also dropped the ball and left these areas completely undefended, so I'll take credit for that. Santa Cruz Islands has almost fallen to the Japanese. Same with Rennell and Milne Bay. We are a little better off in Port Moresby, but still something we have to contend with before we win the game. Guadalcanal itself is in our hands. We have been moving troops and supplies in between Guadalcanal and Florida Islands to take this one. Next supply run with Surface Action Group 9, we're going to go up and take Malaita, and then continue ferrying. I'm also going to, once these guys offload their provisions, I'm going to load them up with troops and send them up here. Hopefully that pushes it over the edge, and we can focus on other objectives. Now we do have 172 command points to play with. We are going to be putting together another surface group. Right down here we've got Surface Action Group 8. Got a couple ships in Surface Action Group 8 that are going to be released for repair. Everyone else is going to get rearmed, and we are going to build up Surface Action Group 8 to a proper fighting force and send them back up to the front. Now the goal here is to push our defensive line probably roughly up in here. Once night falls, I've also been thinking about taking Surface Action Group 7 and taking out this airfield at Buka. But I've also scheduled them to rendezvous with the Tar Heel Strike Group and form up into one individual force. So I'm not sure if they are going to have the time to get formed up and up to Buka and then back out of range. I guess it doesn't really matter if they bomb the airfield into oblivion and they can't launch planes. I just don't want them to get caught heading in with daybreak and bombers, because those could cause some problems. Now we do have in this area here a task force from the Japanese, including a light cruiser, so that's something we're going to have to deal with. We've got the Tautog and the Greenling in the area. Like I said, Surface Action Group 7 and the Tar Heel Strike Group are going to be forming up into one individual force. We've got the Enterprise Battle Group down here. Being nightfall, we're going to pull them, and we're going to move them up here a little bit. The Wasp Battle Group is heading further north. In the slot, we've got the Gato patrolling here, kind of cover the approach down through the slot. We've got the Thresher, which is patrolling these two entrances. I think this is Savo Sound, maybe? Not really sure. I've been looking on the maps trying to actually name the battles that I'm in. Usually what I do is I go to the closest landmass and name it after that. We've got the Tautog down here that's heading up into the Solomon Sea. May actually redirect her over into this area here. Surface Action Group 5, which had a engagement with a group of destroyers out in this area north of New Georgia, or Santa Isabella. They're heading back to rearm. We do have some damaged ships, so we may release those for repair as well. Supply 2 is heading up. Supply 2 carries engineering and supplies. Further out, we've got Supply 1, which is carrying fuel and supplies. So that is the current situation. Let's get the ball rolling here, get into the night, and see what we can find. Alright, Surface Action Group 7 has a encounter. That is a surface fleet we are going to be dealing with. First, what I want to do is load up Surface Action Group 9 with let's do something like that. Just a real quick. I think I just messed that one up. Yes, I did. Alright. And they are going to go up and take Malaita. 3 destroyers versus Surface Action Group 7. So right off the bat, we are going to get into a dusk engagement. Make sure I turn everybody's radar on. And turn off the auto fire. May just keep them. No, we're gonna break them off individually and control them individually. Alright, let's see what we can find. Looking for the muzzle flares. Not really seeing anything just yet. Anything, I'd expect them to be kind of in this direction here. So we are going to have the knee block kind of in the middle of the formation. See if they target the destroyer even though she's not the lead ship. Speed things up a little bit. See what we can find. If we don't pick up anything pretty soon, I'm gonna probably exit out and then worry about the destroyers when we can actually close with them. So far, no fires come our way. Always a good thing. And there's some star shells, so they are shooting at us. Alright. There we go, right out there. We're gonna have knee blocks slow down a little bit. For ships without radar, the Japanese are very confident in their solutions. Here we go. Get some identification on these guys. Yugumo. Trying to tell if this is something that we have engaged before. Said there were 3, but oh, there's the other one way out there. All right. You head south. "9,000 yards, it's pretty close. And Louisville, head south. Or, yeah, okay, west. Let's pause for a second and identify these other 2 destroyers. It's looking like another Yugumo here. It's not a Yugumo. Or if the other one is too. Perfect. Let's see. Right here. One in the middle. One in the middle. So this is a different class based on her layout of torpedo launchers. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Chicago, you are targeting number 1. Reno. Target number 2. knee block, target number 2 as well. And Louisiana, target number 3. Let's get all these guns firing on this Atlanta class. It's probably one of my favorite Atlantas, or the cruisers of the game, is the Atlanta class. I like the Clevelands too, but the Atlantas just, they really got some firepower for a glorified destroyer. Let's see, check your ammo on Louisiana. We are going to go high explosive. Actually, let the main guns come into play here. They are getting pretty close. Chicago, turn you this direction. You are fine. Like we're getting some hits out there. Unless that's us on fire. Oh, that's us. Alright, this first Yuguma looks like she's taking some pretty good hits as well. Chicago, I'm going to have you open fire with your main guns. Right, knee block. I have you maneuver this way. Louisville as well. This Inumo's not doing too hot. Something we're going to have to watch out for is the torpedoes, so... Although the Japanese haven't really been using their torpedoes as much as you would expect. There we go. How are the other two looking? Looks like she's taking some hits. It would help if I ordered her to fire, considering she's now taking damage. Oh, wow. Reno. Alright. I'll go retarget Akazuki. Have you slow down. Put the wind across your blazing deck here. And pull you this way. Okay, there goes one Japanese destroyer under the waves. Got another that's burning. It looks like this Yugumo might be running. She is taking heavy fire. D-Block, how you doing? Or have some issues there. Don't appear to be doing too bad. Not as bad as the Reno. She's getting pounded pretty good. This Akizuki was faring better than the Yugumo is down here. Once again, probably helpful if we gave the order to fire. So far, haven't lost any of your guns, so that's a good thing. Alright, this Yugumo is heading back towards us. Sakazuki looks like she's running away. Or at least maneuvering to avoid our shots. I might have to just get her out of here as quick as possible. Have you lay smoke. I haven't really used the smoke function on this. I probably should. I'll probably get into that once I start the Tokyo Express playthrough with the Japanese. Gonna have to be a lot more careful with my ships than what I have been with this one. She is just a mess. Can't really keep her too slow though. We're going to have Chicago switch her fire. Have Neblock switch fire as well. Not a very good solution. We're going to hold fire on our main guns. Let them get off one more salvo here. There we go. Target number 3. And fire. Looks like they've got their fires under control. Take a look at our poor Atlanta class over there. He's still fighting. Just a sickening amount of fire on that ship. Okay, we're gonna slow you down. We're actually gonna speed up the knee block. Alright, Akazuki number 3 is doing 14 knots, so let's have some manual fire fun. Looks like she's running straight at 5 knots now. So if we put few broadsides downrange right about there, we should be okay. Yep. Oh, we lost her? How did that happen? Alright, she's sinking. Somehow we managed to lose sight of her. Alright, Chicago. Target Yagumo. 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 She's doing 21 knots still. %, solution. Looks like she's running pretty good here. We'll fire with the secondaries. How are you doing? 18% solution. It's not the best. D-block's got a small fire. Okay, Reno. Down to 5 knots. Let's have you head north. At least bring all of your guns into bear. Chicago. Okay, D-block Louisville. It's going to take a while to get all that damage under control. Let's get her moving a little bit. See what we can do with 21%. Manual fire here. Or 21 knots, sorry. It's very early Saturday morning. Just turning. $9,000 yards. Put this right about here, see how we do. I think it's going to fall outside of her turning arc. Oh no. Actually didn't. Okay. That might have been a little far ahead. Maybe the second one will get her. That was close. Second one is inbound. Hold your fire. Slowly losing speed here. Right, now we've got the full broadside. Looks like she's spinning in circles, just trying to avoid whatever's coming her direction. That one might, second salvo might fall a little bit behind. Alright, Chicago. Rake. I'm gonna turn up to the north. Wow. Alright, 13 knots, 12 knots. Let's put another couple down range. Like she's running straight now. 1,000 yards. Good hitter right amidship. Close enough. Your fire. Ten knots, one more salvo. Let's see. First one is inbound. Second salvo is inbound as well. She's losing speed. Fire. Down to 6 knots. One more salvo. And never mind. There we go. Alright. Have everyone head over towards Reno here. Reno, I want you to come to a dead stop. Get that damage under control. And there is a lot of it. So we will compress time. Might take a little bit. Especially when everything keeps blowing up. She may be in trouble here. Doesn't really look like there's any permanent damage except on this torpedo launcher here. Critical. I think we might lose her. Actually. We can't get those fires under control. Yeah. This could be a problem. And we lost her. Damn it. Alright, sorry, Reno. Alright, 3 Japanese destroyers sunk, 11 command points gained. 1 Atlanta class. Minor damage on the Louisville, which I think was there before. Okay, so not the best outcome for that. Let's make sure these guys have a solid patrol pattern. My worries are before they link up, they encounter the heavy or the light cruiser. And that could be a problem. Alright, so these guys are on their way up to Malaita. And what do we have down here? Surface Action Group 8. Alright, so Minneapolis, Flint, and Elwyn are all going to be released for repair. That leaves us with the Boise and the Astoria, which are going to rearm. And then we are going to create a new C group here. 229 command points. See what we can do. Washington, North Carolina, South Dakota. Go with the Massachusetts. Actually, we're gonna change that. Go with the Alabama. Alright. Heavies, let's add... Actually, let's take a look at the British. 22. Let's see, 8,000. Add a county class. No. Alright, we are going to, if possible, which it's not, because we're all out of Atlantas. I was going to add a couple of Atlantas to the group, just to deal with the air cover that I'm expecting from the carriers if they ever actually show up. Unfortunately, we're going to add Cleveland class. Add a Brooklyn. And 2 Fletchers. That'll give us 6. Which we can merge with these 2. And surface action group 8. Now going to be known as the Crimson Tide Strike Force. Or battle group. Let's see what we can do. Let's swap you out. And swap. Let's get them 1,000 yards apart. And send them on their way up. It's going to take them over a day to get there, but right. All right, things are progressing. Shit. That's not what I wanted to see. And it looks pretty heavy too, so... Oh, there's the light cruiser 5 destroyers. Alright. Pretty sure these guys didn't get pulled into it as well. Okay, well, what we are going to do is begin. Get everyone's radar on, just so you guys know I pay attention to the comment sections and the poking and prodding at times that I need to improve my gameplay. Nothing wrong with that. Mr. McTavish, thank you very much. And now we are going to get the hell out of here. Tactical withdrawal. We'll call it that. Sounds better than running away with my tail between my legs. Well, running away or strategic withdrawal, call it what you want, it amounted to the same thing. The remnants of Surface Action Group 7 were able to get out of the combat area without taking any more losses. They are moving down to meet up with the Tar Heel Strike Group and join them, as you can see. If you like this episode, episode number 72, hit that like button, leave your thoughts And any tips and advice in the comments below. If you're new here and would like to come along for the ride, what's left of it, hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing the Tokyo Express Japanese campaign after this one wraps up. So I'd like to have you come along and join us for the fun. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have yourself a very good night.